Denny Hamlin, driver of the number 11 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. Denny, thanks for spending some time with us. We'll go ahead and take questions for Denny. If you have one, raise your hand. We're going to work to get a mic to as many people as we can. To kick us off, we'll go to Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. NASCAR announced this week DVP policy change. What are your thoughts on that as they kind of amended it a little bit?
Yeah, the good part is that it sounds like they talked to the crew chiefs and said that this is the way they're going to view the rule. I don't know that there's actually been a rule change, as you say, but certainly interpretation of it has changed. So, whatever consistency it is, let's just ride that out for the rest of the year for sure.
Have you done much sim for this weekend, anything in advance? Mm-hmm. And what are your interpretations or what are your feel of the track and particularly the changes through turn 7?
Yeah, it'll certainly be different for sure. I mean, I think as time goes on, everyone's going to adapt their style to a very similar style as we do on most tracks. But yeah, I think it certainly is inviting to go in there and kind of dive bomb, and that's going to get rewarded sometimes. Sometimes it won't. So it's the same track for everyone. You just someone's going to win, and so you just hope you're it.
All right, our next question will go to Matt Weaver, and then we'll go to Lee here in the middle.
Matt Weaver, Sportsnot, over here. The top 8 right now, above the cut line, are all the 8 drivers who have scored the most points all year. There was a lot of uneasiness going into this playoff with 2 super speedways, 2 road courses. What does that tell you about the caliber, or maybe maybe we shouldn't have been as uneasy about this playoff schedule this year? Does that tell you anything?
Not really. I mean, certainly the work that you put in during the regular season helps with that, right? You get to have a jump start when the round starts, right? So those who have the most regular season points or bonus points or whatever are always going to reset to the top. So, if it was all 0, where would it be? So I think that it shows the importance of the regular season, and certainly if you can build a buffer for bad days, that really pays off in rounds like these. But we still haven't seen this round totally fully play out quite yet.
Okay, Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. Toyotas haven't won since Bell's victory at Loudon. Do you still have the same level of confidence in the speed of your cars for the final 5 races as you did going into the season?
Yeah, it's been a minute for sure for any of our cars to get to victory lane, and certainly above and beyond that, we just haven't won as many races through the summer and months as what we were planning on. So, and it's for various reasons, but obviously, yeah, I mean, when we look at kind of how the tracks lay out, we haven't had that all-out speed that we've seen in years past. But still, I haven't gone to the racetrack any weekend and thought my car wasn't capable of winning. We just haven't done it, and none of our Toyotas have done it. So, it's up to us and the teams to be better and finish it all for Toyota.
All right, we'll go to Trent here in the middle, and then if I can get a microphone up here to Zach.
Trenton Warsham with FrenchStretch.com. Denny, with this DVP change, do you feel, with 5 races going to go, do you feel like that maybe that
they said it's not a change?
Well, with what they're doing, do you feel like
right, Bob?
Well, with what they're doing with it, do you feel like that they maybe should have waited altogether for the end of the season to make this change or enforcement because it could affect the playoffs? Or are you happy that they did do something?
No, I'm not. I think that we certainly played by the letter of the law for a very long time, and then we varied from that. So I mean, while there has been a change since last week. At least what they've said is true is they're going to play it the same from here on out and not change back. So, yeah, certainly would have rather it changed in the end of the year like they talked about. But, here we are, and hopefully we got some consistency for the last 5.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
Zach Sterniolo, NASCAR.com. Denny, is a 30-point buffer to the elimination line safe enough? Do you feel comfortable with that going into Sunday's race?
If I don't have a horrible day, yes. But I've had horrible days here before. So I just certainly you don't feel, I feel better about it than what I did with 5 to go in Talladega, certainly. So I think that, I just got to do my part in all this, right? It starts today and goes on to tomorrow, and I just need to do my job the best of my ability, and if so, then we'll be fine. If not, then we'll see what all stacks up. But 30 points, if you would ask me before Talladega, could you go to the, would you be all right with 30 points to the good going to the Roval? I would say yes.
All right, we are going to go to Bob, and then Davey, and then after that we'll go to Claire. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports. You talk about having bad days. Last year was not a great day here, but do you feel like you're less at a disadvantage because the course has changed? So whatever laps you had then.
Well, I was pretty decent last year. Looking back at the race, qualified inside the top 10, ran inside the top 10, and we decided to stay out for stage points to lock ourselves in, and it put me last, when we started the stage 3 and then got caught up in someone else's wreck. So yeah, the result was horrible, but I thought I was the most competitive that I've been at this racetrack since we've run here. So I'm at least optimistic about that.
And as far as the DVP goes, are you wondering, okay, who are they going to tow first? And
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things that can happen. Do you try to think about those scenarios, or are you like, I'm going to put it out of my mind and whatever happens?
Yeah,
happens?
there's too much other stuff going on to really put DVP. There's no section in my brain for it right now. So I would say that, yeah, it's certainly, there's going to be unintended consequences to it, right? And that is going to be when you tow cars back to the pit road, when do you open pit road? Do you just wait? Then you got some fuel mileage issues. People need to pit. Next thing you know, a tow truck's sitting in their pit stall. There's going to be, while this has evolved, it's going to have kinks in it that, we don't plan for. And so you just hope that, I don't know, if, there's a multi-car wreck, you just hope you're the first one to get towed, because it certainly will be a big advantage to do that.
All right, Davey.
Davey Siegel with Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I know you've spoken in the past about your road course acumen. It's improved a little bit since you've been able to kind of look at some of Tyler's data, specifically in qualifying as well. How much does where you start tomorrow determine the strategy that you and Chris are going to employ for the race?
Yeah, it certainly will have a factor, no doubt about it. A lot of it also depends on who's in front of you in the qualifying order and what is their agenda. So I probably won't know what Chris will do until I come out of the back chicane and we're coming to 2 to go, and does he call me to pit road or not? And I think it's a lot of that is waiting and seeing what the competition does in front of you, how many points can you get, and then so yes, today is the start of your strategy, and it can alter based off of what I do today.
All right, Claire, get a microphone here.
Claire Beelang. The word of the day is dive bomb. Can you talk about the art of the dive bomb, whether that's like a negative term? We're going to be talking a lot about that probably happening. You're a strategic driver. Is that in your Rolodex of tricks, et cetera?
Not really, but certainly if I get desperate enough, I don't mind being a lizard and adapting to my environment. So I think, it's just you wait and see how people around you race. And certainly we see, when things like that happen and we see those being really aggressive, it almost gives you a free ticket to, okay, well, that's how we're going to do it today. And so I'm just not going to really care about the result of this dive bomb against you. So, yeah, it's certainly ethics is way different than what it used to be in the past. Yeah, everyone's racing for something, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Have you ever done an epic dive bomb yourself?
Oh, I'm sure I have at some point, yeah.
But you can't remember where it was really good?
Mine really never turned. I always end up with the shit end of the stick, surely, because I wreck myself most times.
Good luck, all right.
Thanks.
All right, Denny, we'll give you your final question with your position going into this
Coming
race.
from you.
Yes, coming for me. How is Lulu? Is she safe for this
Yes.
round? Okay.
Yes,
Good.
the luck, she made up for it times 10 last week. No question.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, Denny, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate
Appreciate
it. Good luck this weekend. Okay, really quickly.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, driver.